Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. Promoter dismisses Romero rematch. In the world of boxing, the dynamics of matchups can shift dramatically, and this is certainly the case with Ryan Garcia's future in the ring. Recently, Oscar De La Hoya, Garcia's promoter, has made it clear that he is not interested in a rematch between Garcia and Rolando Romero. Instead, De La Hoya is setting his sights on a more enticing showdown with Teofimo Lopez, a move that could stir up excitement among fans and analysts alike. This decision comes on the heels of a surprising upset earlier this year, when Romero, with a record of 17 wins and 2 losses, 13 KOs, managed to defeat Garcia, who stands at 24 wins and 2 losses, 20 KOs, in a welterweight bout that many found to be rather underwhelming. The fight was marked by Romero's unexpected ability to outpoint Garcia, leaving many in the boxing community scratching their heads. Adding to the drama, Garcia had previously faced his own challenges, including a year-long suspension after testing positive for ostarine, a substance banned in professional sports. This incident followed a controversial match against Devin Haney, where Garcia initially celebrated a majority decision victory after knocking Haney down 3 times, only for that result to be overturned to a no contest shortly thereafter. Despite these setbacks, Garcia was still viewed as a strong contender heading into the fight with Romero, largely due to his previous performance against Haney. However, in a surprising turn of events, Romero was able to dominate the fight with relative ease, claiming the WBA regular title at 147 pounds. Following this victory, Romero was elevated to the status of full WBA world champion, while Jaron Ennis, the former title holder, has expressed interest in moving up to the super welterweight division. Despite the allure of a title rematch, De La Hoya has firmly rejected the idea of a second bout with Romero. He believes that the first fight did not capture the audience's interest, stating, "The first fight was a dull fight, and when you're a promoter trying to arrange rematches, it's typically because there's a demand from the fans. Since that wasn't the case, I think there are far more exciting opponents for Ryan to face." De La Hoya is particularly enthusiastic about the prospect of Garcia going up against Teofimo Lopez, who currently holds the WBO World Super Lightweight title with a record of 22 wins and 1 loss, 13 KOs. However, before any of these plans can materialize, Garcia must prioritize his recovery from a hand injury. De La Hoya emphasized the importance of ensuring that Garcia is fully cleared by medical professionals before stepping back into the ring, saying, "I want him to be cleared from his hand. He does have an injury, and I want the doctors to clear him 100%. As the boxing community watches closely, the question remains, will Garcia rise to the occasion? Ryan Garcia versus Oscar De La Hoya. Social media reacts to Garcia's exit threat. Ryan Garcia's recent outburst about Oscar De La Hoya has ignited a firestorm on social media, with fans and analysts alike questioning his credibility and future in boxing. The controversy stems from Garcia's blunt claims that De La Hoya never respected him as a fighter and lacks trust in his abilities. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Garcia's frustration justified, or is he simply deflecting from his own shortcomings? Let's break it down. The respect claims, a one-sided narrative. Garcia's manager, Kingery, has publicly criticized De La Hoya for allegedly mistreating the 26-year-old star after his one-sided loss to Rolando Romero in May 2024. That fight, which saw Garcia dropped in the second round and seemingly disengaged for the remainder, has become a focal point for De La Hoya's skepticism. Kingery argues that De La Hoya's lack of faith in Garcia is rooted in his behavior over the past year, specifically testing positive for PEDs, building his popularity through social media rather than in the ring, missing weight, and a pattern of undisciplined habits like excessive drinking and smoking. Great fighters lose, but they rebuild and come back stronger, Kingery stated, referencing De La Hoya's own career resilience. Yet, Garcia's response to his defeat has been anything but constructive. Instead of addressing his performance, he's doubled down on accusations of disrespect, a stance that many fans argue ignores his own role in the situation. Delusional comparisons, a recipe for disappointment. And this is the part most people miss. Garcia's comparison of himself to the legendary Oscar de la Hoya is not just misguided, it's delusional. De La Hoya, a 6-time world champion and Hall of Famer, built his legacy through discipline, heart, and a relentless work ethic. Garcia, on the other hand, has yet to prove he can consistently compete at the highest level. His loss to Romero exposed glaring weaknesses, and his post-fight comments, admitting he didn't train properly for the bout, only deepen the skepticism. If Garcia leaves Golden Boy Promotions after his next fight, as he's hinted, the question becomes, where will he go? Turki Al-Alshik and Top Rank are potential suitors, but both would expect him to deliver world title wins. The problem? Garcia's record doesn't suggest he has the skill or determination to achieve that. At 140 pounds, he'd struggle against champions like Gary Antoine Russell or Sabriel Matias. At 147, his loss to Romero already signals a bleak path. Even a shot at WBC champion Mario Barrios or the IBF title, currently contested by Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan, would likely end in humiliation. A future built on illusions. Let's be clear, talent and effort are two sides of the same coin. Garcia's flashy personality and social media presence have made him a household name, but they haven't translated to in-ring success. If he continues to blame others for his failures, his career will crumble under the weight of his own contradictions. So, what do you think? Is Garcia's criticism of De La Hoya fair, or is he simply avoiding accountability? Could a change in promotion actually help him grow? Or is he destined to fade into irrelevance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more insights like this, subscribe to our free newsletter for the latest boxing news and analysis. Related reading: Ryan Garcia's admission he didn't train for the Rolly Romero fight has fans calling him an imposter. Oscar de la Hoya reflects on Canelo Alvarez's ungrateful behavior. Does loyalty matter in boxing? Could Arslanbek Makhmudov's upcoming fight with Dave Allen be a stepping stone to facing Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua? Keyshawn Davis claims he's damn near retired. Is this a serious exit or just another headline?